Hey Rowlett, I want to speak with you directly, not through a press release or a mailer, just as your mayor. This is our state of the city, and I want to start by being honest with you about something. I truly wanted to do this at the beginning of the year, but I didn't, because 2025 ended in a difficult place for our community, and 2026 did not start much easier. There were challenges in our organization, challenges in our infrastructure, challenges in the trust between this government and the people it serves. I'm not here to gloss over any of that, but I am here to tell you that something has fundamentally changed. Not simply because we say it has, but because the evidence says it has. And I want to show you that evidence. Rowlett, we heard you. We made difficult decisions. We changed course where change was needed. And today, Rowlett is moving in a new direction. This State of the City address is to talk to you about what that looks like. Before I get into the substance of this address, I want to acknowledge the people I serve alongside. This May, Rowlett welcomed 3 new members to the City Council. Chris Kazar has called this city home for 35 years and has served with community organizations for over a decade. Byron Fassett spent 37 years with the Dallas Police Department building nationally recognized programs in child protection. And Carter Holston brings corporate leadership and civic commitment that runs deep in this community. Welcome to all 3 of you. I am glad that you're here. To our returning members, Marvin Gibbs, Mayor Pro Tem Mike Britton, and Deputy Mayor Pro Tem John P. Bowers III, thank you for your steady service and your continued commitment to getting this city right. And to Jonathan Reeves, Elisa Bowers, and Michael Shoup, who recently completed their service to Rowlett, thank you. This city carries the legacy of your work, and we are grateful. This council is united, and we are ready. The new faces on council reflect something that is happening across the entire organization. Rowlett is rebuilding. Let me tell you what that looks like. Over the past year and a half, this city went through a period of significant turnover. Positions sat vacant. Leadership changed. The people responsible for delivering your services were stretched thin, and in some cases, they were learning their jobs while doing them. That affected you, and I know it. And so here is what we did about that. We began rebuilding. Across the city, we're working to fill positions that have long sat vacant. We have new faces throughout our offices and out in the community, and some returning ones as well. Through our new Department of Communications and Community Engagement, we made a commitment to improving how we communicate with residents and how we involve the public in decisions that affect their lives. Because you should never be left wondering what your city government is doing or why. But rebuilding is more than just words. It shows up in places that we can measure. In 2025, it took the city up to 120 days to fill an open position. Today, that number is just 83 days. A dedicated recruiter joined this spring, and in just 2 months, she helped fill nearly a third of our open positions. That's not a small thing. Every day a position is vacant is a day a resident does not get the service they deserve. Our police department is at 97% staffing, with 23 new officers onboarded in this period and 0 detention vacancies. Because of that investment in people, motor vehicle theft is down 41% compared to our 5-year average. Officers are arriving to calls 14 to 17% faster than they were a year ago. And when we asked residents to rate the Rowlett Police Department, they gave it a 4.55 out of 5. Strong staffing, faster response, less crime. That is what a well-run organization looks like. And we're not finished building yet. Thankfully, the foundation is solid, and the people who serve the city every day deserve to have that said out loud. Now let me talk to you about what you can see out your window. Because one of the most important things a city can do is follow through. Not announce or promise with words, but actually follow through. Let's start with Miller Road. This is a project that has been a long time coming. On June 25th, we held a ribbon cutting, and I'm incredibly grateful for all the work that went into both expediting this project and doing it right. To everyone who waited and wondered if we would get it done, we did. While we're still a few years away from making the 4-lane expansion a reality, this was a huge first step to ensure Miller Road remains a safe and efficient thoroughfare. In addition, Fire Station number 5 at Sapphire Bay is now open and responding to calls. That means when an emergency happens in one of the fastest growing parts of our city, help is closer. That matters in ways that are hard to put a number on. Last year, we installed 284 solar streetlights along State Highway 66, Del Rock Road, and Rowlett Road. This was a voter-approved bond project, and we committed to get it done quickly. We even set a Guinness World Record, but more importantly, it made streets safer for the people who drive on them every night. For residents who have lived with odor problems in parts of the city, I wanted you to hear this directly. We acted. In January, we launched a comprehensive abatement program, improved 15 lift stations throughout Rowlett, and implemented treatment programs at 8 of them. If you have noticed a difference in your neighborhood, that is because your city is following through on something you told us needed to change. We are also making real progress on flooding issues. Priority areas have already been identified. Smaller scale mitigation projects are already underway. And we are scoping a long-term drainage master plan so that we address this comprehensively, not just piece by piece. We also have several important projects underway. A major initiative over the past 2 years has been upgrading our traffic signals. I'm happy to report that our traffic signal replacements are ahead of schedule, and there's already been a noticeable improvement in traffic flows resulting from enhanced signal timing. The Merritt Road Interconnector, a huge roadway project that first started in 2016, is now in final engineering. And because we recognize the importance of maintaining as well as building, we also have concrete panel replacement crews across the city to ensure that we're making the most of your tax dollars. Every one of these projects is a commitment kept. Projects planned for, bond dollars voted for, and work you expect. We're committed to getting it done. Rowlett is also growing as a place to do business. The Lakeview Business District has completed leasing on Phase 1 of what will become a master-planned advanced manufacturing and business park. This development has the potential to support thousands of jobs in this community over time. And construction permits have been issued for new Courtyard Residence Inn by Marriott at Sunset, bringing approximately 200 hotel rooms to Rowlett. That's not just economic growth, that's confidence in our city's future. And we are not building this city alone. Our relationship with DART has turned a real corner. We've reached an agreement that allows the city to use DART's downtown lot for parking, opening more access for residents and visitors coming to Main Street. We are also finalizing 2 significant grant programs together that will bring meaningful investment into our community. The partnership between Rowlett and DART is more productive today than it has ever been. We're also growing our economic development department to enhance our ability to attract new businesses and retain those that already call Rowlett home. And we continue to strengthen our relationship with the Rowlett Area Chamber because partnerships like those serve all of us well. We're committed to ensuring Rowlett is a great place to do business, and it starts with building the right environment for businesses to succeed. This community also showed up this past year in a big way. More than 121,000 of you attended city events in 2025. That is 32% more than the year before. You came out to Main Street with your families, you filled our parks, you supported our downtown, and the businesses on Main Street felt it. They reported sales increases of 30 to 300% during our event programming. That is not city government doing that. That is you. U.S. News & World Report ranked Rowlett number 83 in the nation and number 26 in Texas for best places to live. I am proud of that ranking, but I want to be clear about what it reflects. It reflects neighbors who look out for each other. It reflects volunteers who show up. And it reflects families who choose to put down roots here and stay. And I want to mention something that does not always make the headlines. This year, our animal services team took in 300 animals. They found homes for 186 of them and transferred 55 more to rescue partners. That live outcome rate reflects a community that cares about every living thing in it. Thank you to everyone who adopted, fostered, or volunteered. Everything I have shared is evidence of one thing. This city can do the work. When we are organized, when we are honest, and when we are listening, Rowlett delivers. So let me tell you what's coming next, because the most important work is still ahead. Earlier this year, we conducted the first citywide community survey in over 15 years. 754 Rowlett residents responded. That level of participation tells me something important. This community wants to be a part of what comes next. The results are in, and I'm going to be straight with you about what they say. Residents give this city low marks on how well we communicate, low marks on how meaningfully we involve you in decisions, low marks on the condition of our streets and the appearance of our community. Those are not minor critiques. Those are residents telling their city government, that it has not been showing up the way that it should. We are not going to dispute that. We're not going to explain it away. We are going to share every result publicly, hold community conversations about what it means, and let what you told us drive what we do next. We will share more details on how you can get involved in the weeks ahead. On the municipal complex, I want to speak directly. That project became a symbol of what happens when a city moves without its community. A decision was being made that would affect people's lives, and residents were not meaningfully part of making it. The community pushed back, and we listened. We stopped. We reset. And we are starting this process over the right way, with your input at the center from the very beginning. So I'm asking you, please come to the meetings. Tell us what you think. This decision belongs to this community, and we mean that. We are also launching a new strategic plan, the first since 2018. It starts with the survey results. It runs through community input, and it sets a clear course for where Rowlett is headed over the next decade. Every resident who participates helps shape that plan. And I want to plant a flag on something that we should all start looking forward to. On September 4th, 2027, the City of Rowlett turns 75, our Diamond Jubilee. 75 years. From a small community on the edge of the lake to one of the most desirable cities in Texas. That is something worth celebrating. And we are going to celebrate it in a way that does justice to everyone who built this place. Start watching for it. This address started with a promise that something has fundamentally changed in this city. What has changed is not just the projects we completed or the positions we filled. What has changed is the relationship between this government and the people it serves. We are listening. We are following through, and we are asking you, stay in this with us. Show up to the community forums. Weigh in on the strategic plan. Come to the municipal complex meetings. Attend the events. Support the businesses on Main Street and throughout our city. Check in on your neighbors. Because city government alone does not make Rowlett what it is. The people of Rowlett do. 75 years ago, people built a community here because they believed in what Rowlett could become. Our responsibility is to leave it stronger than we found it. Not only with better roads, safer neighborhoods, and stronger city services, but with greater trust between a community and the government that serves it. That work belongs to all of us. I am honored to serve this community, and I believe the best chapter of our city's story is still ahead. Let's write it together, Rowlett.